Alright guys, so I just recently put up a voting on my channel and VeChain took the lead by far. So in this video we are once again back with a VeChain price prediction and technical analysis, and we actually have some very interesting data in this one. We can for example see that sellers are once again stepping up at this very key level at around $0.060. You can see that prior to today we have been seeing exactly at this level sellers stepping up multiple times. So guys, make sure to pay attention during this video, and without further ado, let's jump right into the analysis. And just real quick before we start, I just want to mention that if you guys are interested in similar content, I do technical analysis on VeChain, but also on Cardano, Ethereum, Polkadot, and more. Then don't hesitate to subscribe and hit that notification bell. And also guys, if you hit that blue big like button, that would be very kind. That helps out the community, but it also helps the YouTube algorithm to push more VeChain videos. So guys, don't forget to hit that like. And also, if you want to, you can follow me over on Twitter. If you want to, talk to me, that is definitely the #1 place. So it would be very awesome to see you over there. And last but not least, I just have to give a disclaimer that this video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Nothing in this video is financial advice. But alright, now let's jump into the chart and take a look at what has happened recently here for VeChain. And as we can see here, VeChain have just recently tried to break this 0.06 level not only one time but 2 times. After the second time, we saw a strong force to the downside. However, as we can see that buyers did step up here at a very key level that we will take a closer look at later in this video. And the recovery have been awesome, and we are right now in a strong force to the upside. So today, so far, we are seeing a pretty bullish candle. VeChain is, as I'm speaking right now, up around 8% for the day. We actually were even higher here intraday, but we did see a small pullback here when we got close to this key resistance level, which shouldn't come as a big surprise because we do expect some sellers to step up at these levels. So that is very nice to see. We can notice here that from the very low to the high of this swing, this is nothing to joke about. The recovery have been on about 70%. So I just want to say a big congrats to everyone that bought VeChain here at the high value area down there, and also of course congrats to all the hodlers. Now I think we're ready to take a look at some very key levels both on the upside but also on the downside. But before doing that, I just want to give a very important warning guys, and that is that please do be aware of bot accounts and scammers in the comments. They are all over YouTube, and I'm trying my best to delete every bot, but some are getting through. So never really trust anyone and give anyone information. I can also just give a quick mention that if you want to, you can check out the links I have both in the pinned comment but also in the description. All of these links helps the channel out. So if you want to, you can check them out. But alright, now let's take a look at some key support and resistance levels, and let's actually start by taking a look at the upside and possible key resistance levels here for VeChain. And the first level I am looking at is this obvious one at around $0.060. And we have already been mentioned this one, but why do I think this one is important? Well, we can see here that this level have been acting as resistance multiple times. First of all, we can see that 2 days in a row, this was sort of like a tweezer top pattern here on February 13th, February 12th. We did see some sellers stepping up at that level. So that was the first time we found some resistance. Then we went down, and then we went up once again and found sellers yet again at this key level. Went down again, went up, and today we are once again seeing some sellers stepping up at this level. So this is definitely a level it seems like traders are respecting for now. So that is the first level I'm paying attention to on the upside. The good news here is that if we break this one to the downside, if we get a candle close above here, that would be a very nice sign in my opinion, because above this level we don't really have any kind of resistance. The next level I'm looking at for VeChain is actually the Fibonacci extension. So if we anchor from the very top to the very low of the recent swing, we can see that our 1.618 Fibonacci extension is pretty much all the way up here at around $0.076. So I wouldn't be surprised that if we actually can break this one to the downside, to the upside, that the price could, you know, snap all the way up there. Of course, it's possible that we break this one, want to retest this previous one as support and then run again, something like that. But that is definitely the first level I'm paying attention to. And well, if we even get above that one, then I'm looking all the way up here at this $0.10 and also a little bit higher. Why am I looking at that one? Well, that is a very, you know, nice and clean number, so I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of traders are paying attention to that one. We can also see that that one is aligned pretty much with our 2.618 extension. So this zone in between around 0.10, 0.100 and 0.101 around there is definitely a zone I'm paying attention to. So there guys, you have some levels on the upside, but how about the downside? The downside is at least as important in my opinion. And the first level I'm paying attention to is actually this continuation of the white line right here. Why do I think this one is important? Well, in order to understand this, we need to look a little bit left, because we can see here that this one have the first touch on this line was all the way back here in January, around January 11th. But since then, we have been seeing multiple touches. You can see one time here. So 2 touches, 3 touches, 4 touches. So I wouldn't be surprised if we will see, if we go down there, that we will see some buyers stepping up once again. If the bears push this one to the downside, what is the next level I'm paying attention to? Well, this one is not too significant in my opinion, but you could look out for this 0.041 level. We will take a closer look at that on the 4-hour time frame, but you can see that we did see this one as support one time. It was sort of as resistance right here, as support once again. It is a bit hard to see this one on the daily time frame, but that is one I'm paying attention to. One level that is a bit more key in my opinion is this, you can see this upsloping purple line right there. And this one is actually from a very large structure that we drew a long time ago. This sort of megaphone looking structure right here. And it was actually when we broke this one to the upside, this sort of whole parabolic run started. So if the price would go all the way down there, I would not be surprised to see some buyers stepping up at this one was previous resistance, and then it became support. So I wouldn't be surprised if this one acts as support once again in the future. One thing I want you guys to look out for and maybe be a bit careful about is that if we print a top right here, so if we start to get some indecision candles, some top candles, then the price would be seeing a higher high from there to there, right? So the price would see a higher high, but the RSI, if you look down to the RSI, you would see that the RSI would make a lower high. And the same thing would be true with the MACD. We would be printing a lower high on the MACD. And when the price prints a higher high, while the oscillators prints a lower high, then we have some bearish divergence, which is a, you know, which implies a potential reversal. And since this top would be at a key level, that is definitely something that you should not ignore, in my opinion. So that is why, in my opinion, I think it's very important that we actually get above this one and print new all-time high. Now I think we're ready to jump into the 4-hour time frame, but before doing that, guys, please let me know, are you holding VeChain or not? And if you want to, you can tell me how large is your bag in percent of your whole crypto portfolio. That would be very interesting to hear. But alright guys, now let's jump into the 4-hour. And here on the 4-hour, I want to point out a few things. The first one is that we sort of have a upsloping line like this, right? You can see multiple touches, 1, 2, 3, at least 4 touches right here. So very nice to see. It's even possible that we have some channel looking structure starting to develop here on the 4-hour. But what I do want to point out here is also that we also on the 4-hour have some divergence that might start to develop. So we have one high, higher high. But on the RSI, if we reverse here and if the rally does not continue, then we would print a lower high on the RSI. You can see lower high on the RSI, lower high on the MACD. So the price would go in one direction, the oscillators would go in the other direction. We have some bearish divergence, implying a potential reversal. So definitely look out for that one, guys. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this video. If you feel like you got any kind of help or value, then please consider dropping a like. And if you guys are interested in more similar content, then don't hesitate to subscribe and hit that notification bell. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I hope I will catch you in the next video. But for now, guys, take care. Ciao, ciao.